Welcome to the Central Pennsylvania Music Podcast. Tonight's guests will be Small Town Titans. And now, your hosts, Daniel Kime and Alan McCutcheon.
Hello and welcome to the Central Pennsylvania Music Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel. Tonight we have a very special guest, Small Town Titans. Guys, you probably know them. They're award-winning from the area. Probably know them from TikTok, from their viral series, Will It Riff? Guys, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us, brother.
Appreciate it.
Of course. Really excited to have you here. I know there's a lot going on right now, so tell me what's new with you guys right now.
Well, we got a new guy.
I see that.
This guy.
Yeah. He's probably a familiar face if you watched previous episodes.
I like to say it's going good for Mitch Hood.
It is going good for Mitch Hood.
That's what they say. Yeah. It's going good good in the hood.
I just said that one day and I made myself laugh, so I was just like,
I'm pretty sure he was the only person laughing at
Probably.
that.
I mean, I was laughing.
Okay.
I
was the only one.
Internally. No, exactly.
Because I'd never heard that saying in my whole entire life before.
Yep.
That sounds like you have.
Well, that's why we write hits. Because,
Got to keep it fresh, right?
That's right.
No, but it really is going good.
I was going to say, so how are things going? They're going good? You guys?
It's been great.
Like, as good as they honestly possibly could go. It's pretty wild. I personally pinch myself sometimes and just we found another one of us.
Yeah, we were looking for a guitarist at the time. He hit us up, and we were kind of just in this state of limbo, and he just came into the fold at the right time, last year, and it just we went on tour. We did a little run for about a week and a half, and we really hit it off during that time. And
let's tell them about Louder Than Life.
Yeah, exactly. So
and tell the story about how that happened.
Yeah,
these are all questions I was going to ask. You guys are nailing this. All right,
tell
me all. Tell me all of it, guys.
Maybe that's the only question that you asked and that we just rip for the rest of the time.
I love it.
That.
Oh my gosh.
It all just snowballs. It all just segues into each other.
Right.
Good.
We're looking for a new member. And early one morning, we get a DM on Instagram from Louder Than Life, one of the largest rock festivals in the country.
Yep.
And it just says, "We can't wait to see you guys." And I'm like, wrong band. What is happening?
What are you talking
And
about?
I hit him up, and we find out, and they're like, no, we sent you guys the offer a week ago. Deadline's today. We're just waiting on you guys to sign the offer. And I call him, I'm like, we are going to what? We can play Louder Than Life? Why don't we know about this? So we get in touch with our manager and our agent and all that, and we ended up getting the deal done. And then we need a guitar player now.
Yeah, that's true.
We're going to play Louder Than Life.
We literally got the cart before the horse.
My God.
I think that we had rehearsed together a handful of times.
Actually, no.
Okay.
No, because we got that in March.
We got that before we started rehearsing.
And we were still it was just
we
Johnny
had that
and I
first.
At that point.
And that's when you told me, you're like, well, we were stoked to have you come out and rehearse and just see how that goes. And
so after you came rehearse with us once, we called you.
I think we called first, and that's when you told me. You said so we're playing Louder Than Life.
It was pretty much.
So you're like, you have to come to rehearsal now.
Mitch?
When did we start?
It was March last year, so it was
about
1 year ago.
It was about 1 year ago.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's about 1 year.
Well, the
ago.
point
So
is,
it was right around the same time, actually.
Yeah, but the point is, as he comes in and rehearses with us, and I called Phil after the first one or whatever, and I was like, did he just check every box?
I'm gonna blush here.
I think. I know, right? We're putting you.
I think what was.
But he did. He was professional. He could sing. Remember, he was able to tour, and we were just like, let's tell him about Louder Than Life.
What I think was so impressive, the thing that was so impressive, just to make you blush even more and blow up your head even further,
we don't need that. No, I'm joking.
was how quickly you learned our repertoire. You learned our set list quick. it was wild how quickly he picked up on, and some of that stuff is not easy to play.
No, that's what I was going to say.
It's like, some
I
of the
was gonna
guitar
say where it
riffs
is.
or maybe it is. Who
Maybe
knows?
the simplest music on the planet.
Maybe it's the simplest music on the planet. I'm just, we're selling ourselves too high here.
No,
But-
not all of it.
Why
Yeah.
Devil's Choir is
There's
like
definitely some
Yeah,
that I was
Devil's
like,
Choir
what
is
the fuck's
really
going on
weird.
here?
that's like an 8-minute song,
And-
and first time we played it together, we didn't have to stop.
Yeah, we
went
didn't
through
have to
the whole
stop. That was
thing.
insane.
I think that was
my
one of that was
And
one
I
of
was
my
like, well,
goals.
that's the hardest song, and he just nailed
Yeah.
it. Oh,
9
shit.
minutes and we finished it, and he was like, he throws his drumsticks up in there, he goes, I'm done. You're in. He's like, if you just played that song and you didn't have to
I
stop
probably
one time.
did do that.
And like you didn't
Exactly
write
what-
the guitar part for that. You learned.
No, I
you
learned
learned that.
the
there are
existing part.
there's professional musicians out there who have to stop in their own 8-minute songs, and like that's
there's
that's
singers
insanity.
that need teleprompters in front of them, and understandably so. No, like
No, no,
like,
no, no
I get it.
shade.
I wish I had that.
He was
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm Mitch. Nice to meet you. Nails our hardest song.
Yeah,
And I was
And
just, this guy.
it's
Okay.
amazing. So
It's a real deal.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad you guys are happy.
yeah, man,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
But
dude.
then when we went on the road, we were like, let's see if he's like a drug dealer or he sucks.
Yeah,
And no,
Or
he
drug
was.
addict.
He was.
exactly. Like,
He was great.
and it was
And
good.
I think that
Yeah.
those are we had to get over some of those hurdles,
Yeah.
Like we had to
Growing
to get through
pains.
like the growing pain of like, all right, can you play our set? Can you sing the stuff we need you to in our set? And then like the last thing was like, all right, we're gonna do like 2 weeks together. And if you can hang with that and we all get along and you're professional and all that, that's kind of sealing it.
What do we say? The real audition was the tour.
Yeah.
Which it should
Yeah.
be for anyone in that
For real.
situation.
Well, yeah, especially if you're going to be a touring band, like you got to make sure you have chemistry. You guys can coexist together. Like
Exactly.
that's a huge part of
Exactly.
it. You know?
And it's not about when things are great and like it's all sunshine and daisies. It's about when it's
When the
well,
trailer
it's
about being
explodes.
it's about
mid-state
being in the
Ohio,
middle of
trailer,
the middle of the
tire
night,
falls off.
Tire falls off.
Yep.
And you have no idea how.
Sparks flying.
Laying in the back of the van, waking up, shaking from the entire thing.
You
Oh, yeah, you were in the back.
I
You
was
were
shook.
sleeping in
You
the
were
back.
shook.
I was shook.
And the whole time we left the show.
Yeah.
And the whole time, even going up to
I
that
remember,
show,
I was
pulling
like,
in,
guys,
he was
something's
in the
going
back.
on.
Was that outside of
And
Pittsburgh?
he goes, no, that was Ohio.
No, that was
Ohio?
Ohio.
So yeah, we
Yeah,
Yes, it is outside
And
of
we were on our
Pittsburgh.
way to the machine shop, which we'll talk
the
about
whole
later.
time though
Yeah.
that day he's
But-
like, guys, something sounds weird back here, and we're like, dude, you're nuts.
Phil.
Like you're Phil.
Should have listened.
No, offense, that's
dude,
my fault. No,
dude, you're-
Listen.
because
You're Phil as shit.
yeah, you're. Oh, we're keeping that one.
No, that's terrible.
You're full of shit.
You should fire me just for that comment.
Oh, you're getting
Fired.
Feels like thinking about it actually.
No, don't feed this asshole.
Well, and
over
so-
here.
I know.
No.
And so he's like, something seems
Here we
weird.
go.
It feels weird. I'm hearing stuff. And like, it's he and I and our tour manager up front. And we're like, dude, it doesn't feel weird up here. Like, everything's okay. And of course, you're just like, you know what the last thing I feel like doing right now is? Pulling over in the middle of the night and checking this
the-
crap
Well,
out.
What time of
the
year
other
is this
thing
right now, too?
is-
What's that?
What time of year is
This is
this?
the summer.
This was
Oh,
summer.
it's
September.
Late
End of
summer.
It's not that
yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the thing is, even if we would have checked it, there would have been
Right.
when we found out what was wrong with it, it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Yeah.
We were just
We,
kind of,
we wouldn't have found
ticking time
anything
bomb.
wrong with it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
We would have looked
There
at it and be
was
like,
nothing-
everything
we-
looks fine.
we couldn't have
You know?
fixed it.
And
Yeah.
It was bound to happen when it happened.
But my
we
God, let's
somehow that happened, and
in the
we
middle
got,
of the night, and there was no traffic. Sorry, you were saying.
Well,
So then-
we got a tow, right? And
so then
Yep, we got a
we
tow.
were full of shit, and he was right.
he was.
That's what I mean. So it pays to be
Yep.
Phil.
Yes.
It does.
It does.
No, it's a good thing.
Pays
It's
to
a
be
good thing.
Philium.
It's a good thing there's one of us that cares about
Hyper-paranoid.
that shit a lot.
And
You
aware.
know?
It's true.
Yeah. So
Because I would have never gave a fuck, and then it would have
No.
happened
Yep.
anyway, and I would have been like, oh.
yeah.
So what we got towed, and then
cops came, and like I was just like it kind of snapped me out of like the where I
God
was
bless them.
mentally.
They got us.
Yeah.
They got us where we
And
needed to be as quickly
exactly.
as possible.
They
Yeah, they
got a
thought
guy.
we
Oh, the
could-
guy who did the tow was something else,
was a
man. He
character
came
and
from
a half.
if there was like a planet or a dimension where there was motor oil and monster trucks and like fixing
All
cars,
the
he
things.
came from. He's like, hey, you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of this. I'm gonna do
the
this
things.
for you. I'm gonna do. All right, then we're good. Like, I'll have this done by tomorrow. And and we're looking at each other.
We're
like,
live, pal.
this poor
I don't
guy's
care.
gonna see this,
Yeah.
and be like, you know what? Fuck that man.
No, he was a great guy, dude. But he sounded just like that.
he
Like,
knew-
no
he-
doubt.
he
I
knew
mean,
what
he
he
was,
God bless
he
him.
was straight out of like
we
King
were,
of the Hill.
we
He knew what he
were,
was talking about, though.
He did.
we
knew
had
what was
no
wrong.
idea.
Don't underestimate those people.
At first,
man.
I was
they
like,
know what they're doing.
Did we
I don't
Uber
know.
to the hotel? What
And
did
then,
we do? I don't
like,
remember how we got
literally,
to and from the hotel.
within
did.
12 hours, they had it fixed perfectly. Perfectly.
God.
The guys that, God bless that man.
We figured out that if we would have broken down at any other time on the tour, we would have missed Louder Than Life.
Yeah.
Really?
Not only that,
we had, because we were...
I think we had a day off the next day.
No,
we had a show.
No, we had the machine shop,
we had the
but,
machine
but we
shop.
had to make up for lost time
Right.
to get to the machine shop.
Right.
We couldn't get there leisurely or more leisurely.
And
I
it's-
still,
So-
we
Had
made our
we
loading,
broken,
though.
had we broken, we did, yeah. But had we broken down after the machine shop, we would have been stuck overnight before Louder Than Life, and load in for Louder Than Life is like 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because you have to
and-
beat all the traffic for the festival.
Dude.
So
We-
the bands
we were
are getting
late
there
for
early.
that.
If
So no
that
matter
would have
what
happened
stage you're on,
at
what
any
size
other
your crew
time,
is, you are getting there super early. So we would have had to miss Louder Than Life.
Right.
That was the whole reason we were going on the tour. We would have been so.
It was all centered around that.
Well,
it was such a miracle that it happened super late at night too. So there
Yes.
was like no traffic.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
no one else got
Sometimes
hurt.
it's
it
weird
could have been so much worse.
When
Yeah.
the tragedies happen, sometimes it's weird, and you just think about it a little. Like the
could've-
timing of the bad shit is still like amazing.
Yeah.
You try to realize that it could have been worse.
Well, yeah,
So much.
so
I mean, you guys are naming two huge things. The machine shop is a huge deal.
we
And
heard,
then-
Yes.
we heard about it a lot,
and
we
then
just couldn't wait to
Louder
play
Than
that.
Life. So it's
Yep.
just like
So it was
you guys,
bang, bang.
Exactly, like bang bang, and it's
And
like
on the
wow,
weekend.
this could have. Like,
And
this
on the
ter-
weekend.
And on the weekend.
Our first time at the machine shop, this legendary venue, we're coming in on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Oh
Head-
my God.
Headlining.
Yeah.
When we got the date, I was blown away that we were chosen to headline on a Friday night that weekend. I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit. We're
Yeah,
not
because-
like Wednesday night, Tuesday night, okay, Friday night, first time there. Wow.
For as long as we've been touring as a band, we've always heard about the machine shop and how fucking awesome this place is, and that you like every single band from high tier to low tier who's on the touring circuit, who's headlining their shows, should play this venue, and they're absolutely right.
Really?
This place is sick. It's in Flint, Michigan. I mean, they vacuum the stage after every single.
That does stand out.
That's huge because it's something
It's a biker bar,
It's
but it's
literally-
like super, super clean.
all the
Right.
things that a venue like an average venue gets wrong.
They don't.
They got
They
all
don't.
of it right.
Wow.
Like just little
I mean, if-
things like
you guys know
vacuuming
the
the
place?
vacuuming the stage
I've
after each.
never been there.
Have you seen like
I,
the famous pictures though?
I probably have.
Like
I can't think of
there's
it right
this,
now.
There's
But
this really tiny hallway side stage. Every band takes a picture there.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a rite of passage thing.
Yep.
gotcha.
And we finally got our
And
photo
we
there.
finally got our photo there, and that was really cool.
It's
Yeah.
like checking off like Red Rocks on your bucket list, right?
pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely,
It's like-
it's definitely a
it's-
bucket list thing.
Anybody
it's like-
who's
it's-
anybody has come through there.
Yeah.
And remember the
Anybody.
sound guy, John?
Oh, John was awesome,
He,
dude.
he was
snarky.
like,
He was
yeah,
great.
He will just
He
give your
cracked
band
so
so
much-
shit.
Yeah.
So that band, that Warped band that we talked about last time I was
Yeah.
on, they played Machine Shop recently, and I literally
Oh, they
texted
did?
the sound guy, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah, I
"Hey, I'm
remember you
going
told
out
me
on
that.
I'm going on tour and doing 5 weeks with this band in a couple months." I was like, "Give them shit," and then after like they're sick of it, just be like, "Yo, that guy you're bringing on tour with you next month told me to give you shit." and it worked. The band started texting me. They're like, "Dude, what did you do? This guy will not let up." And he was a character, man. Like just
Yeah,
from
he's great.
the moment you walk in, he just starts
Stand-up
roasting you,
comedian.
and then he'll say something. You're like, "Did he just say what I think?" And then he kind of starts cheesing, and you're like, "Okay, this is gonna be a wild night."
Like, this
Yeah,
place
but then-
through and through sounds legendary.
Oh, it's
It is-
amazing.
it
It's
is.
amazing.
He killed it with
It's
the sound.
really well. It's
Half
really
off of the merch
well
for
run.
the band. So that's
Yeah.
why you see so many musicians wearing their merch. They give us
Yeah.
half off of everything.
Yeah.
So you're on the road and you can get a hoodie for $20, a T-shirt
Yeah.
for 15,
awesome,
a hat
dude.
for 10. So bands buy their shit.
Yeah. Good marketing.
Yeah.
It's smart.
Yeah, they got great staff. They got great equipment, great stage. It was just an awesome experience.
How did
So-
you guys end
Santa
up headlining the show in the first place?
I mean, our booking agent made it happen. I guess it was part of the circuit, and I guess Machine Shop wanted us. They heard about us, and they made it happen.
that's awesome.
So,
It
which is
gets-
great.
And that was one of the best shows on the tour.
Yeah.
Hands
Oh yeah.
down. I mean, like,
absolutely.
we're
we
excited to go back
recorded
there.
that
We did.
I have the tracks. We need
haven't heard that
maybe
yet.
we should release something from that. What do you
There
think?
could be
Mitch?
there could be a live release of that for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe.
For sure.
Drop it in the comments. Let them know to do it.
Good idea. Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
like we're planning on doing it, and we just staged that, but we didn't.
Yeah, we
No.
actually did.
We legit.
I actually forgot that we had.
No.
But we do have that.
We do have
and we
that.
We have talked about it.
We have a lot of live recordings, actually. I need to get through all of that stuff, man. That's, yeah.
Dude, it's a full-time job, man.
Sure
Add
is.
that to the list.
Yeah,
Especially
I hear
for this
that.
one.
So this tour, I mean, this sounds absolutely monumental. So you go from breaking down in Ohio, you go and play the Machine Shop, have a crazy good show there.
Yeah.
Then next you have...
And then we have Louder Than Life the next day, and
Louder
we
Than
literally
Life.
we stop at a hotel room. We have like an hour
man.
nap. Have to be up by 6 a.m.
That was
and
wild.
on the road.
And that was the
like
first-
after playing Machine Shop. So we were running on an hour and a half, 2 hours of sleep.
And that was the first and only leg, and I'm not complaining, of the tour that he drove. And when he was done, he was like, I'm done. He got up off 90 minutes sleep and
Yeah.
drove us until we got there. And once we got there, he was like, that's the one I'm driving. Like, I'm good. And
It's
we were
just-
like,
it's different.
that's okay, man. I mean, that was the roughest leg to make, no doubt. I think it was just...
yeah, it was
That
a pretty
a
rough
stretch.
leg.
And thankfully, our tour manager drove us from Michigan to where we could sleep, so we each got like 2 or 3 hours of sleep in the van and then 90 minutes in a hotel room. But
Yeah,
it wasn't.
that's
it's not,
true.
You know,
We- I-
van
yeah,
sleep's
I-
not.
No, that's not real sleep.
It
not
gets to the
sleep.
point where like, maybe you should have just stayed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I religiously
Like,
sleep in the van.
Was,
I always
was
sleep in the van.
sleeping just a fucking waste of time.
Yeah.
When it
Because
comes,
you're
when
just
you're
more
gonna
tired
get 90
now.
minutes. Oh my god.
You just get
Yeah.
more tired because you
Yeah.
didn't get enough, and it's So that was rough. But then we got to Louder Than Life.
That's an experience.
We went from comfortable weather in Michigan to 92 degrees the next morning.
Oh yeah, that was hot.
And so because of that night, 0 showers happened.
Oh,
and
my
so everyone's there just all gross and balmy.
That's
and
rock and roll,
disgusting.
baby.
It's-
Yeah, the
That's
hotel-
rocking. That's
yeah, the
rock and
hotel
roll.
was also kind of
No,
like
we don't basically don't have a
interesting.
crew. We've got one tour manager / driver / merch. His name is Jack, and he's a jack of all trades. And I know it's a pun, but it works.
I love it.
Yeah.
He's great. And dude, when you get there and you don't have a crew and you see how nuts it is, like you're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I
Yeah.
mean, with every stop of, you're trying to just get to your stage, and it's like,
Golf
well,
carts.
You got to do this, and you got to check in here, and you got to make sure you do that. We're like, what? Nobody told you. Where's your wristband? I don't know. Go back. Come back when you're done with that. Like, it's
And this
just-
is you as a performer.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
As a
And you're on-
headliner on a stage.
And I'm not.
like,
Yeah.
And I'm
yeah.
not saying they weren't organized. I'm saying a band coming in there without a crew, it's madness.
It's madness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without a big crew, when you only have like a one-man,
Right.
guy,
One
it's like
TM doing it
one
all,
TM
yeah.
doing it all, it's tough.
Yeah. I
and
mean,
then
yeah.
imagine we're all on an hour of sleep.
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
I'm sure tensions were a little
was gonna
high
say,
at
people-
some point.
A little bit.
Yeah.
People got a little crabby.
It's a lot.
But that's the thing is like
Not at each other.
Well, no,
not
not-
like that. Like I just
We made it through
everyone's
that.
just sort of like
Yeah.
on fumes, you
Yeah.
know. And
Yeah.
at the same time, you're excited.
Well, I'm sure
So
like,
you're like, I can't wait to play, but like,
Yes,
oh my God,
but
I'm
the
so
weather's crazy. I'm sleepy. I'm thirsty. But then catering was amazing.
Catering's
Like,
great.
dude,
Yeah,
like
was killer.
that was incredible.
And,
Like,
and the air conditioning.
Other
which
than
was
the
awesome.
other than
got a-
playing on that stage,
we got a
that
good
was
crowd.
That
We had
was
a good crowd.
We had an excellent crowd.
Yes, we
The
did.
food was awesome.
so like, what was
That's
it
his
like
takeaway.
playing that day? I mean, you're on like no sleep, you're hot, you haven't showered, then you go to play the show. Does it all just wash away?
It was like that. You're playing with no sleep, no shower.
Well,
Like-
but I mean, to what he's
Yeah.
asking, I think, I mean, it faded away because as soon as we
You
walked
run-
out,
yeah.
it's just like, okay, well, we're here to do this. And in the midst of everything else, this is kind of the only thing I feel comfortable doing right now. Being hot and sleep deprived is like, I'm ready to go.
Still
Let's
know
get
how to
through
play
it.
a rock show.
Yeah, like,
I did-
and this
I-
is why we're here.
I had to use the house kit, so I remember I was a little.
Oh
off.
yeah, you were not loving that, which I get that. Not using
drummer
your gear is
problems.
a thing for sure, but
I've never played the drums, but I can imagine that would be. I would feel so out of home. I feel weird when I pick up somebody else's guitar.
right,
Like,
right,
yeah.
and like another amp or something you're playing through, you're just like, it's not.
And it had to be done. Like,
Yeah.
it's understandable, but you're just not quite at home when you're doing that. And then you throw everything we've talked about in the mix. Like I was just like, oh, God, it's over though.
But yeah.
Oh yeah.
But we had a
happy,
really good
but-
show at Louder, and
And I think we had a day off.
They
on the way
liked
to
us too,
Pittsburgh.
which is really
We did,
important.
the next day.
festival liked us.
Yes, the festival
Yes.
liked us.
That was the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were like, we would need the festival to like us, so they asked us to come back.
Am I allowed to ask? Are you guys going back?
You are allowed, because we don't know.
We don't know.
Okay, gotcha.
And we have we cannot confirm nor deny.
Right.
They usually book.
They stagger the bands
They don't.
oftentimes.
They don't. They
Try
don't
not
book.
to have the same bands every year.
Yeah,
You know.
fair. So it might not be this year, but next year.
But maybe we'll get a chance to play again. That'd be great.
That'd be
Yeah.
sounds sweet. Hopefully, you're in better conditions next time. Not
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
That's
It's right in the middle of.
Would you have it any other way?
Well, it's funny
Yeah,
you say
right.
that though, because
That's the
like
thing.
when you're sitting at home and you're looking at the itinerary and you're like, well, we're not going to get a lot of sleep, but it's only that one day on the entire tour. We'll just get through it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then you actually do it, and it's the most stressful part of the entire run, and you didn't take that quite into account, and you're like, oh my God, we should have taken another day to get a room.
Yeah.
But then you would have been able to play the machine shop.
Yep.
Right. So
So you got to
take-
play that. Like you have to just.
And then
Yeah.
and then hindsight, you're like, that was worth it though.
Yeah.
Oh, it was 100%.
You know.
Looking back, you wouldn't change it,
Totally
right?
worth
No,
not at all.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Not. Yeah. That was so great.
I saw Hailstorm is playing Louder actually this year.
Are they?
they are
Yeah, I
playing?
saw a post they put up that they're playing. it, which
That's
is
nice.
dope.
Awesome.
That's
And you
cool.
guys are playing with them May 16th at the casino,
That
right?
is correct.
good.
Correct.
Thank you.
Correct.
That was really good.
Yeah.
I set that up,
He-
bro.
he said that.
You
That
teed
was
that
really
up,
good,
and I
too.
Look at that.
I'm
you
like,
hit
bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not
Nice
just a
volley.
guitarist. Not just a guitarist.
You guys
There's a
like are
brain
just
up here
continuously
that can
amazed
do
by
more
it.
than just
I love it.
memorize the songs.
right?
Actually, and real quick,
Right.
I did want to ask. We'll get back to the Hailstorm at the casino.
Yeah.
Did you guys? I meant to ask this earlier. Did you guys have any prior relationship with Mitch before bringing him onto the band?
I had met him
Like not as a band, but
years ago.
Yeah.
We, being in the local
Like
music,
before Small
yeah,
Town.
exactly. Before Small Town Titans was even a band. Like, it had just formed as a band. I don't think we had even picked the name. Johnny and I were jamming with a couple other guys in the outfit, and
this is
Mitch,
like 21, 22 years old.
2011, just graduated college.
We played like a bar coffee shop thing together.
The MJ
Yeah,
thing,
we did that exactly.
And
so
then I was like, this guy's nuts.
yeah.
Like, he's yelling with an acoustic
You
guitar
were
and a
playing-
harmonica, and I was
Yeah,
like,
so
You were
like,
playing with
we-
somebody else.
Yeah, exactly.
I
You
was
were
playing with a
somebody
solo
else.
artist.
Yes.
Like I was a guitar player, backup singer.
And that solo artist and I are friends, just
Yeah.
from years of working together and running around the same circles and
We
stuff.
all-
So I had her
we
like
figured
sing on
out
a
we-
song. Yeah, it was wild.
We
Yeah.
figured out. We
Yeah.
think we were all in the room
at the
at
same
one
At the
time.
same
and
time.
just hadn't
like
met.
20,
Gotcha.
But
He-
just
like
He was
20
like, wait,
years,
did you
Yeah.
play
20
with
some
so-and-so? He
years
was like,
ago.
no way.
Yeah.
At MJ's, no way. And we all were just kind of
So,
like, I think we were all in the room.
who
once.
knew
weird.
that at some point Mitch would be, coming to the fold of a band that had just formed only a
Right.
couple of weeks, from that
So-
time that I was playing solo.
We had
Yeah.
met each other at that show. I was
Yeah.
like, this dude's cool. I like his vibe. He's got this solo thing that's like really impressive, insane voice. And then social media happened. We followed each other on all that stuff. And then just over the years, I'd see him post something, and I started seeing all the Small Town Titans stuff. So I was like, okay, this is cool. And this band seems to be getting a lot of traction. And I checked out their stuff. I checked out their social media. And just followed the band and just kind of saw what they were up to. And then years later, when I saw that they needed a guitar player, I messaged him and I messaged the band, and you both messaged me back. Like you messaged me, and then you probably messaged me from the band account, and you were like,
That probably, yeah, probably.
we don't know what we're doing right now. Like we're kind of figuring it out. But
reaching out,
let's
yeah.
see, sit tight. And then it was like 6 weeks later. That's what happened. I think it was between that conversation and then 6 weeks later, you're like, hey, we want to have you come rehearse because this is going on, and we got to go
Yeah,
play
yeah.
Louder Than Life. So
Okay.
let's
all coming
talk and
full
see what's
circle.
going on.
Something
Yeah.
in the universe just pulls us to get, like the band has, like something happens to the band every now and then. It's just like, okay, that was supposed to happen, wasn't it? That's interesting.
Yeah, and it usually
know?
is paired with things where, like, things that we didn't expect, or things like, or challenges too. Like, the whole thing with the trailer. It's kind of like a small aspect of it, but like the next two shows were like the two
That's
best
just part
shows
of
of
the
the
job.
tour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
It's just
Yep.
every single win comes with trials and tribulations, and it just seems to be the case. But we always seem to make things work.
Yeah.
It's weird how whenever you plan on stuff, it typically doesn't go right, and it's the stuff you don't plan on, like you're saying,
Yeah.
that happens, like the happenstance stuff. That you're like, I don't know how the dots connected.
Because there's no hype in your mind.
It's exactly what
Honest
it
to
is.
God.
You don't
When you
overthink.
overanalyze it, and this is how it's supposed to go, it never hits your expectations, then you think it's not as good.
It's true.
Versus something that had no expectations is the greatest thing ever.
Very
Because
true.
you never even had a vision about it in the first place.
Exactly. You keep working hard, you do the right things, good things will
Things
come
just
to
start.
you.
Yeah, I believe
And you
that,
do it for
100%.
like just the cause and the reason of needing to do it, because you got to do it.
Yeah,
You know?
dude, I get that. That's how this all started, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and now I get to talk to
Exactly.
awesome people like you. This is...
Thank you.
Don't oversell it.
Come on. All right, well, I did want to get back to Hailstorm at May 16th. I didn't want to
Yes.
raise over that.
No, it's all good.
Skip over that too much.
No
So
worries.
Tell us about it.
So
the casino.
we played with Hailstorm. This is not the first time that we've opened up for Hailstorm. We did that in 2021 at the York Fairgrounds on the main stage, and that was such an awesome experience. We love Hailstorm. All of them are so down to earth, and they're also from the area as well. They're based out of Nashville. As far as I know, they're still based out of Nashville at this point.
I think so.
But to me, they're always going to be from Redline.
Yes, from Redline. Yeah. So, but it's so great to be able to open up for them again. Lizzie, it's very cool that she actually joined us on stage for Hunger Strike. We did Hunger Strike as a cover and released it with one of our friends from a band called Blacktop Mojo, Matt James. And because we released that cover, we put it in the set, and because Hailstorm, they were looking for an opener, our booking agent put it together. We actually asked if they wouldn't, if Lizzie would want to be a part of it. I think we just took that shot.
We just took a shot.
We just took a shot.
We took your Wayne Gretzky
thought-
quote and we did it.
I was just going to say, Wayne Gretzky.
Miss 100%
I knew
of the
that
shots
was
you
going to
don't
come
take.
up. Yeah, I knew that was going
exactly.
to come up.
So
Phil loves this Wayne Gretzky quote, and he uses it whenever
and
nothing else
We're gonna
comes
print
to
it.
mind.
We're gonna print that
But
on
it's a good quote.
the
He's
next
right.
batch
that
of shirts
quote.
on the
Wayne
back.
Gretzky, Michael Scott.
100%
yeah,
of the
and
shots.
Michael Scott and Michael Jordan apparently.
Oh,
I think,
really?
Yeah. So all three of them are
Well, I'm choosing.
really?
I'm choosing to say it's
Oh,
the
well, if
Michael
it's
Scott
It's
doctor,
Michael Scott.
and I'm following.
It's all good if it's Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
That's
but
No, Michael Scott though. He's the one that
I'm
knows
just
better.
Another Pennsylvania legend, right?
That's true.
yeah, right. Yeah, baby. Yeah. But yeah, she joined us on stage for the song. It was awesome. We rehearsed a little bit, backstage before the set, and she was just down to earth the entire time. It was awesome.
Love that.
Their
Yeah,
team
so-
treated us really well all day. It
Yes.
was another
It was
eye-opening day,
Yeah.
to see such a professionally run organization, and nobody treated us like anything less than. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was really great. It was really great. So we're really looking forward to opening up for them again.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been a while, and it'll be great to catch up with them.
And they're doing a lot of
Yeah.
success right now.
Yeah.
With their new record.
Yeah, they got a new record out. They're doing their thing, which is fantastic.
Yep.
So, yeah, we're looking forward to that. And it'll be nice to not have to fly to Minnesota
The next day.
because
we
we had a
wanted to
show.
do
We had a
that.
show at a fairgrounds in Minnesota the next day, so we couldn't really hang out and watch the rest of the show. We had to go to Baltimore and get a couple hours of sleep before we caught a really early morning flight
Oh my God.
to Minnesota.
Yeah.
So you guys played the fairgrounds, shot straight down 83.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Damn, you guys are just always on the go.
Yeah. We've had sprints. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
We spent a lot of time. We're not a band that tours into the ground. There's some bands I think Hailstorm. They've played 200 to 250 shows a year.
They
It's
do a
insane
lot
how
of
much
touring.
some bands
They
do.
definitely do a lot.
And I think just for I know I love playing shows, but I also have two boys and a wife at home, and I know at least for me personally, just for I have to have a balance.
Yeah.
Where I can't and we as a collective have to come up with other ways to keep the ship running other than touring into the ground. We've always, as a band, I feel like we've always been able to strike a sustainable balance with that. Not saying that we're against touring or against playing shows, but we want to do stuff that makes sense.
Of course.
And that is sustainable. And what's crazy, I won't mention the band just out of respect for them, but I just saw a band, one of their lead singers he recently just posted a very personal video about just how he's not doing well. His vocal cords are all messed up. That he's he's in all this debt and just everything. And you just don't see that you just do not see that from the outside looking in.
No.
Unless the lead singer talks about it, unless it's brought to the public, and he's using a public forum to talk about it. And that's a band that like tours into the ground.
Yeah.
That is doing the thing that people dream about. And that is just, we don't talk enough about keeping things sustainable for musicians and our mental health.
Yes.
Like, and I would just like, we want to make sure that whenever we go out on the road, it is going to be a win-win for everybody involved. Not
Love
just
that.
for us, but for everybody that's in our orbit, our families, our friends, and all that stuff. So, we will do sprints, we will not do marathons. But when we do those sprints, we go.
Yeah.
We don't complain. We don't, sure, we might like sweat the small stuff here and there, but we barrel through it.
Yeah.
Because it's a decision that we made, we commit to it, and we go.
Yeah.
So
it's like, it's only up from here. We're going to keep going.
Yeah.
And
it's exciting because it's just like when you play a really big show with somebody, and then you have to go do another show across the country. There's some excitement to that. There's the adrenaline with that as well that you don't really get with, I guess I'm sure there's other things that have that same adrenaline rush.
Just to add to
but,
that, because we grew a lot online, I don't want to say I don't want to call it a shortcut, but we did not have to win over, 10 people came out in this random town. Well, hopefully 15 come the next time. Mm-hmm. We did get to be a little more smarter than that because of growing online. And you find that's why you end up getting the Machine Shop first time in Friday night headlining.
Yes.
Because we're getting collectively across all the socials, it's like over 2 million followers.
That's insane.
It's pretty wild.
And you don't know what that's really doing when it comes to touring. And then you realize we can go play Flint, Michigan on a Friday night and nearly sell the place out. Wow.
Because of your outreach on social media.
Because of all your outreach on social media.
Yeah.
So that's what's allowed us to do, I don't want to say everything comes to us, but we do get more opportunities than we would if it wasn't for all the social media. And that leads us to go, hey, if we do this anchor date and this anchor date and that anchor date, and now we can build a run or whatever makes sense.
Yeah.
And so it always has just been about making sense.
Yeah. Well,
not A to B, oh man, merch will put gas in the tank. We need you to buy shirts. That is a really stressful way to live.
Yeah.
If that's the only avenue that you got.
That is a
if you
really
don't have another,
stressful way to
if
tour.
you don't have other streams coming in, and the way that the industry works these days, if a record label has a piece of the pie on your streaming numbers and all this other stuff, you have to tour and you have to, sell merchandise and to pay back all the debt that you owe the companies and stuff like that. And every single record label deal is different. Not saying that every single one of them is signing your soul to the devil, but there's some really bad contracts out there.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there is. I mean, we hear horror stories all the time. And but oh my goodness, fumbling over my words. To speak to your social media, that is something I wanted to bring up at one point.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're on the topic. You guys have really done a great job with that, and
Thanks.
you work really hard at it. As content creators
let's
over
give him
here
a
at the
little
podcast,
praise.
we know work
Yes.
goes into that.
This guy handles a
heads
lot.
up most
Are
of
you
the
out of
social
that,
media
dude?
stuff,
You
so,
are
yeah.
crushing it, and
Thank
you guys
you.
are as a
I
whole.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Dude.
Now, you're not allowed to complain about anything for another month because we just did this for you.
Yes.
I do. I schedule it, and I definitely get it in the right format and all that, and pay attention to the
There's a lot of back end.
non-stop bullshit that
Yeah.
happens with it. But
The analytics.
obviously we make the content together.
Yeah.
That's important. It's not just me, but I do schedule it out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he does all the
And the
all the
copy
legwork
and-
with that. And
It's a
stuff.
team effort, but he's definitely overseeing
Yeah.
the majority of what's going on
Exactly.
there for sure.
So and you've been doing that for a while, man. From when Grinch went viral,
Yeah.
to when Will It Riff went viral too.
Yep.
So when we did
I
all
like
of
it.
that.
I still like it for the most part. I think there's too many platforms now.
yeah.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
I love that TikTok doesn't think YouTube exists and YouTube doesn't think Instagram exists. And But I
Yes.
did always like it. I always thought it was important for a band to have their voice and have a band member, at least one, control that on social media, rather than have some third-party person do it, or like, you know, AI now, like, oh, make it sound like this, like, oh, give me a break.
Yep.
Make it sound like you.
Yeah.
That's just me. I don't know. I like to read. I like to write. I like to journal. So
I feel that.
I like, you know, having your voice in what you do.
I totally get that.
I think that's why I took to the social media game, and then I just kept up with it.
And I mean, so you guys took off. You went viral with Will It Riff. What I mean, there's so many now. I watch them all the time. Every time you guys post a new
We've
one,
lost
I'm like,
count.
Hell yeah,
They're just ridiculous.
What would you say is like
fun.
your most favorite one? I gotta know.
I gotta say it's probably
Our last one was pretty awesome.
that one was pretty good.
What was your last one?
NyQuil.
Oh, I did see that one. And
Did you see
NyQuil.
NyQuil?
I did.
NyQuil was great.
Oh man, and shout out
We're
to
gonna do Dayquil, and I was like, well, then we gotta do NyQuil, and I was like, hey, what if we make NyQuil a ballad?
Have you guys got any like ceases and assists from this? Like,
actually, well, here's what's
funny. That's funny though.
NyQuil and Dayquil comment is like, because if we said something about sleepiness or something like that.
He read the symptoms as the lyrics.
Yeah. And I said
for
something
the video.
about being sleepy or something like that, and there's like, it doesn't make you sleepy.
You could see
You're like, I've been drinking it every night to go to bed.
No.
Yeah.
And
it was
and like it was like, this was very fun to watch, but it doesn't make you sleepy. We just want to make sure that everybody uses this in a safe manner. It was very professional, and I just thought to myself, ooh.
like their legal team and their marketing team had a meeting about
They
it.
were like, hey, look at this.
Like that's
We
the
need to
thing.
sue these guys. So, no,
nothing
like-
really bad came out of it, but you know that they sat down and they were like,
listen,
so what about this?
Yeah, right.
And all of this stuff, we do most of this for free. We pick out products. We just have
We've just
fun
made
with it.
them as ridiculous as we can.
And if we ever get
the whole concept is
and if we ever get a
ridiculous.
message from a company that's like, hey, don't do that. We'll bring it down. Like we'll take it off. And then
cool.
like there's been times where we have done stuff that is sponsored, and then we make it very clear, because you have to legally.
Yeah.
You know, the company does and we do, that it is a paid sponsored partnership. You know, we've done
Had
that a couple of times.
those.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Nothing wrong with that.
nothing
I
wrong
mean,
with that.
everyone's happy that.
Yeah, exactly, precisely.
There's
But no,
no
even
expenses.
you know, for the ones that we've done,
There's no paying for hotels and gas and food when you just have to act like an asshole for 30 seconds.
Exactly. And,
Oh, I can't wait to do one.
dude, yeah, we got to
No,
get him
that's-
into the
that's
fold
another
too,
thing.
because we're kind of like got backed up in the
we
chain
batch
here. But
we batch record them, so
But
we
we've
have
had-
to get through the batch that we have now.
Right.
As we bring him into the fold, the
Right.
next batch he'll be in them.
yes,
I can't wait.
Yeah,
I
so
can't wait for
yeah,
this.
I'm
Neither
excited to
can
get
we.
him in
Oh,
there
me too.
Yeah,
It's gonna
but
be a hoot.
no,
Neither
and
can we.
most companies though have been really like any companies where we've done it for free and just like randomly without just like dropping it. They've commented on it. We've had Captain Crunch be like, What are we doing? When are we next?
I don't think anyone's really hated it.
No, I don't think anybody's like.
We've never been told don't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I take it you probably don't have like a least favorite one then, or do you?
There's a like
NyQuil. I gave it a 2. I mean, it was a bad riff.
I'll tell you what my least favorite one was.
But the
because-
video was like a 10 out of 10 though.
Video, yeah.
The video
it
was a 10 out of 10.
We had a blast recording that. We have a blast recording all of them, and it's a really fun.
I didn't like Peeps.
What?
Peeps was bad.
You
See,
think
the best
Peeps was
part for
bad?
me right now is not having been part of these. Every time it
like
comes
a fool.
across my feed, I get to go, look at these two fucking bozos. What are they doing now? And like,
now you're one of them.
I'm
You're
gonna
doing
lose that
it soon,
right.
man.
I'm gonna lose that
You're gonna
right.
be the third
Well,
bozo.
I'm gonna
especially-
be the third bozo. That's
especially-
Yep,
Three
you're gonna be
Stooges.
the third bozo.
Especially
coming up
over the
here.
past year, we just made them sillier and sillier. I think like Phil started to take over more of the arrangement part of it, and I think we just sort of would talk to each other and be like, let's just make these as absurd as possible.
Spam was really
The
great.
whole
Spam was good. I like
the
that one a
whole
lot.
concept
Spam,
is already
yeah.
absurd, right?
Yeah.
So let's just have as much fun as possible.
So
with it.
when
Let's be
you're-
like a pop punk band with it, you know?
Yeah.
When you're batch recording them,
Yeah.
do you have a list made out, or you have like one or two, and then you just like look around the room? And you're like,
No,
This is what
it's-
will happen. He will buy the product. I will get together at our headquarters.
Yep.
I'll look at the barcodes, read them as guitar tabs, come up with the rhythm, and then lay it down, and then he plays drums to it. And then we just build it on in
And
our
we
home
don't
studio on
we
top
don't
of that.
overthink
That's
it.
sick.
And we don't overthink it.
And I think that's been some of the most liberating, fun parts of it. We don't sit there and agonize over it. Like, I literally hear the riff like 3 times, And then I'm like, okay, hit record. And then like we might do 1 or 2 takes, but then like we don't go, well, what if we did it in halftime? Or what if we doubled it? Like we don't.
That'll be me saying
Like-
that. You're gonna be like, get the fuck
true.
out of
What
here.
if we did it in 6/4?
Keep Will It Riff nice and fast, dude.
Kiss.
Because
Keep it simple, stupid.
We make
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
and it's just we not overthinking it. And truth be told, before we started doing Will It Riff in the first place, we were writing a lot.
We were writing a lot.
We were writing a lot for like a good year and a half, 2
and
years.
obsessing over like little
Bingo.
measures. It was getting
We were-
really
we were-
meticulous and crazy.
You're
and
going down the rabbit
almost-
hole.
We were starting to
was almost too much.
really
Yeah.
like surgically write. And when we started to do this and it was the total opposite, it just felt so freeing.
Yeah.
Just
It was
you
so
know what? No,
refreshing.
here's some stupid drums to a song about ketchup.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, talking about writing processes to something as simple as that, let's talk about writing with the intricacies of Small Town Titans. Writing music with a new member. Have we done any of that yet, or are we allowed to talk about
We're
this?
currently working
We are.
on one song in particular that
Okay.
is yet to be released. It's a work in progress. We're just it's
We're
a
tracking
natural
one.
rhythm.
We're working on a
tracking
few.
one.
Yeah.
We're,
Well,
wor- yeah, we
we're
are working
tracking
on a few.
one right now.
Well,
But-
when Mitch came in too, and he was like, "Well, I produce," I'm like, "Oh, this guy, man, this guy can do that too."
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I don't think
So-
Phil and I ever professionally called ourselves that, but we've definitely, at some level, I would
Phil's
say
definitely
we've
done some.
self-produced ourselves to some degree.
I would say at this point, I would feel comfortable with mixing a record at this point where I'm at. I'm not saying that I'm like the best engineer on the face of this planet, but I've learned so much just from like audio engineering the Will It Riffs and just
Right.
doing
That's true.
mixes like when we were writing as a band like between 2021 and 2024. We were demoing like crazy, and I was mixing demo after demo after demo after demo, and just learned all of these skills along the way.
Getting
It
your
made him get
10,000
good at
hours.
it.
Exactly. And I had
Yes.
been tinkering with audio engineering and for years before that, and we had some self-produced stuff that I mixed in 2019, like our Fat Bottom Girls cover was
Love that.
something that I mixed and mastered. And our immigrant song cover, our cover of Folsom Prison Booze. Oh my goodness! Listen to me.
Have you had some booze?
Yeah, no, it's just coffee that you made me, Mitchell, at your house.
Well, then maybe.
So-
No.
I slipped
Oh, you did.
He knows.
He's not some Baileys in
Make that
there.
a half calf.
But, yeah,
It's
right.
a half calf.
Make that a half calf
Yeah,
next
right.
time.
half calf.
That so that having that experience just from like just mixing stuff like in-house and then improving upon that is just got me to a point where I feel comfortable. If somebody said, "Hey, can you mix my record?" I was like, "Probably."
Yeah.
But to go back to the writing,
Yeah.
with Mitch coming in there already having that kind of background too, it wasn't just a guitar player coming in.
Right.
It was a guitar player who also has experience making records with other people and doing the producing stuff. And so pretty quickly, it turns into 3 guys producing like right then and
Which
there.
was
Yeah.
awesome.
like,
Yeah.
Which was
redo
awesome.
that measure again. And it's like, okay, we're producing now.
Yeah.
And
We're literally
and
producing.
speaking of music production, what
Yeah.
happened in this new song? Whenever we got to the bridge, and I was like, I have an idea. I want
Yes.
to try. And
Yes.
it was a rhythm thing.
It's a good idea.
I
And
hope we
was
keep
like-
it. I hope we don't get rid of it after this podcast. And we're
Yeah.
like, oh, we're scrapping it. No.
And what
I don't think we will.
it's 4/4, and then it goes to
No,
a
dude,
5/4.
no, it's 6/4, and then it goes to 5/4.
It's 6/4, it goes to 5/4. Don't give it away.
Sorry.
So for the whole day,
Sorry.
we're going over this part, and he's sitting there going over it. And he just looks at me. He goes, "Fuck you, dude! I hate you for writing this." But he got it.
Yeah.
And it sounds fucking awesome.
Dude.
Yeah, we're excited to
it
get
does.
that out.
I mean, Mitch,
I knew we
you
would.
scored films in the past too, haven't you?
I scored some films. yes.
Like
cool.
Yeah. Oh, did you not know that? Yeah.
No.
This guy's full of surprises,
Let's
man.
go. Let's
yeah.
learn.
Like, you guys picked a good one with Mitch. He's probably one of the most talented musicians I've ever met.
I'm blushing. I'm
Yeah.
blushing again.
Yeah.
This is too much.
Dude,
We're
you got me.
very lucky.
Yeah.
Well,
Change
I'm
the name
lucky
of
to have
this
found you
episode
guys.
to Mitch Show.
You guys are my forever band.
Yeah. Oh.
My forever band.
Nice.
Can we get like a heart
You
around
guys,
these guys? In
you
post?
guys hopefully sleep a little
know
better
that-
tonight knowing that.
You know
all right?
that? You know that picture that that those figure skaters took at the Olympics with the heart.
Did you not see the picture this morning, Danielle? Danielle was like, "Take a
you?
picture like
The
that
group
at,
chat.
your photo shoot."
Oh my
I
gosh.
was like, I don't
That's
think we're going
silly.
to.
You
but that's
absolutely-
I don't know.
great.
I don't know. How do
That
you
would
do,
actually
like-
be a good postable photograph at this point.
I think so.
To do a parody of that shot with the three. She's like, there's three of you.
Yeah.
No, but I do think we are lucky because even if he came in and, he's good at guitar and it was like, okay, well, he can do the run, but then we don't know if it'll work from there. Like to find somebody that fills all, like I said, checks all the boxes. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And it seems like we definitely did that.
I'm happy for you guys, man.
Thank
This
you
is
very
awesome.
much.
You guys have been killing it for years, and now you're going to continue to. I mean, not that you wouldn't either way, but I mean, seriously, it's good to see a good guy like Mitch in here with you, and it's been awesome.
Yeah.
I think so.
We're happy. We're excited.
Yeah, man, I love it. One thing I've been wanting to mention, or I guess talk about, we've mentioned it a couple times. We got to talk about it. The Grinch cover, the Mr. Grinch cover.
Yeah.
Dude, all right. How many views does that have now? I forgot to check before. I came
On Facebook, I think it's got like 50 million.
Yeah, I was going to say it's an insane number.
Sure.
The whole numbers thing with views to me is just like...
I mean, we've
But that's an insane amount.
I know, and I sound like first world problems. Like, I'm complaining about having... I know it's
We've
amazing.
reposted it a couple of times, so it's probably been seen hundreds of millions of times across like all of the social media.
And
all
it
the
gets a
reposts.
massive surge around the holidays, obviously.
I mean, that's
Sure.
what got us to. That's what got us to the number 2 spot of the iTunes Rock charts. The year after it came out, it saw a surge. Like the year it went viral was the year after it came out officially, which is interesting.
It started.
It's really
just-
weird.
It started
yeah.
just being played for.
It was a year later. That's
It was
right.
a year later.
It
yeah.
started just being played for a Christmas bash for 105.7 The X.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
It started for 105.7 and that was back in
It was
2014.
a couple years before we recorded it.
Yeah, I remember it was a Christmas party after Christmas. It was like, well, after Christmas Day. It was January 3rd, January 4th, 2014.
He's probably right. It's disgusting how we can do this.
And we were opening up for Tantric, and that was a wild night.
Don't go down that rabbit hole.
Oh man,
That's a whole other podcast. if we
Yeah,
do
that is a whole other podcast.
No, but it started
But
there, and then
it's
years
like
later.
Yeah, it started there, and then years later, our business manager, who we still work with today, said, "You guys should do a Christmas cover," and we were like, "Well, we did one before."
We kind of shrugged
Why
our
don't we-
shoulders. We're like, okay,
Why don't we bring that into the fold for this EP for the hybrid sessions?
best idea.
And we
you
were
ever had.
we were filming and recording at the same time. We had a film crew in there, Springwood Productions, and they filmed 5-6 songs for us while we recorded it live off the floor with a few overdubs here and there. And it was. I mean, we really captured some magic in there with that specific song. That was a
Yeah.
great record,
We didn't
just
know
a
it.
great experience.
I remember it was done, and we were like, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And like,
and it was a whole
Next
year,
song.
right? A whole year, and then it took off. Like
Yeah,
it was
basically,
yeah, so
it
the
came
following
out-
years when it
It came
took
out
off.
on Black Friday of 2017,
It did
if I
okay.
remember
And
correctly.
It got us our booking agent. I
And it
think.
got us our booking agency. It got on an editorial Spotify playlist.
It did?
So
Okay.
it was cool. And then 2018 was kind of a weird
But
limbo
then the
year where it's like, oh, that
next
was kind of
year.
cool. Like that was kind of cool, but we're kind of not making progress. What the heck's going on? Like what's going on? And then, for whatever reason, next November, it just goes way up there, like a farting, bottle rocket.
Decaf.
Decaf.
Like a farting decaf.
Decaf next time for
Yeah,
you.
sorry.
It's out of control.
And
like a
it just the
farting
numbers
whatever.
the
I
numbers
didn't even-
became
It's out of control. I know.
the numbers became so just it's really hard to process that amount of people.
Yeah.
Like at the time it was just really, really, really exciting. But now when you look at the numbers, it's just like I can't even fathom
We didn't even
that
have
many people have
It's
seen
just-
my
Well, we
face.
didn't even have,
Yeah,
we didn't even have a
it's
manager
weird.
at that time. We had
Really?
we
No,
just,
I mean,
we
we had our business manager.
just had our business manager, yeah.
Yeah.
Slash
But-
consultant slash
yeah.
band
Band
dad, like, And we had our publicist, and he was
Yes.
obviously just over the moon. He was
Yeah.
just like, oh my God, we're going everywhere and we're doing this. And like, it just starts to happen so fast. And you're just like, I remember the EP that it was on, we had, oh God, we signed thousands of those things.
Yeah.
Really?
We signed honest to God, we signed 3,000 CDs or something like that. And we were just giving them away.
Like a free shipping and handling
asked people
thing.
to cover shipping and handling. So
Really?
We still do that to this day with one of our records.
We
so,
do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
We do that as a constant way to move our CDs as product. We really don't make a ton of money off of it.
But people
Gets
get to
our mu-
listen to our music.
It gets
and
our music
they have a
out there.
collectible.
And to this
Great
day,
marketing.
I'm still
It's a
shocked.
collectible. That's the big
Yeah.
thing these days.
I'm shocked at how many people still buy CDs. When people
Cool.
say people don't buy CDs, I'm here to tell you, yes, they do.
Yeah.
Because we sell CDs.
Yep.
And when we did that, where was I going with that? Sorry.
Mr. Grinch signed copies.
Yeah.
That's
Grinch
just
signing 3,000 copies.
Yeah, we started to send those to people, and we're just figuring it out. And then like you start charting, and Billboard writes an article about you, and Loudwire's like, come up to New York and play the famous Red Room acoustic, and you're just like, yes, yes, yes. Like your publicist is calling you every day, and that's it. You're just holding on for dear life, and you don't know what's going to happen.
That must have been
Yeah.
one hell of a sprint tour after that dropped. Right?
We actually
That's the thing.
we didn't really tour right after that because it was
No.
like winter, and like the next time we picked up a tour was in that summer. And I remember specifically that we were going out for the first time. Like it was a weekend.
Was that our first headlining
it was our
tour?
First headlining tour. Yes.
Yes.
And we had no idea what to expect.
We were apprehensive because we hadn't been out since
mean-
Grinch did its thing.
And I mean, we did do some tours. Like I wouldn't even call it touring. It was just like
No, but are you talking about the
like 2000
Columbus, Ohio show?
What's that? Yeah, I'm talking about the Columbus, Ohio show.
Yeah.
That was like the first time that we went. Let's put it this way: it was the first time that we went out on tour, that we had some type of hit of some kind.
Okay.
So we had no idea what to expect. We didn't know whether or not
Are you gonna come
anybody
out,
would
are you
show
gonna
up.
come out and see the band?
Are you just going to watch us online, or are you actually going to come out and see us? And our first show out as a band after Grinch hit was in Columbus, Ohio, on a Tuesday night. We thought nobody would show up. And our green room was like really close to the stage, and was like, it wasn't blocked off. So we could hear when people came in, we heard
There's just a black
there was like a
curtain
beep every time
between-
a ticket would be
when
scanned.
you walked in,
Yeah.
and when the green room was, there was just a black curtain separating the two.
Like the curtains behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah.
no
So the
openers
audience-
either. We were the only band that
That's
night.
right. And
Oh.
so the audience
So-
didn't even realize like we're on the other side of the curtain.
Yeah.
And we're not going to tell them. Like we're not going to
Yeah.
be peekaboo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So we're just hearing beep,
Beep, beep, beep, beep, beep, beep.
and we're like,
Yeah,
people
they go-
are fucking here. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
So we're like
Coming.
7 hours from home.
It was great.
And 250 people showed up that night. Oh my. And we're like, dude, it's summer.
first time
We got
there.
big on a Christmas song, and they're here.
Did you play it?
I think we did. We
Probably
had
did.
to.
We played a lot.
Yeah.
It's Christmas in July, right?
Right? Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So it's what brought us through the dance. So yeah,
Well,
of course
because
we had to play it that night.
When it blew up,
So-
we had enough songs and videos and stuff already out there that, you know,
Yeah.
I think everything kind of happens for a reason. I'm grateful that it happened when it happened and not any sooner, because we had stuff for people to find other than Grinch. And
Gotcha.
if we didn't, you would have found Grinch, you would have been done.
Yeah.
But people found other songs. They were like, holy shit, I actually like this band. Look at this, look at that. And so that's how, it's the gateway drug.
Yeah.
Is Grinch.
No, I mean
Essentially.
that's a
a
good
lot of
point
people.
to any bands out there that are aspiring. It's just like, hey, have a ton of social media out there because
Yeah.
that one thing goes viral.
Like,
You got to keep feeding. them.
Seriously?
You never know.
Make content,
And now-
even if
now-
it gets like 5 or 10 views, if it's good stuff, maybe something will pop off and then trickle down, and everybody will see your
Yeah.
stuff. They'll come for one thing and stay for the rest.
And that was-
that's what happened to us.
That was before the TikTok days. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
That would now that cycle happens in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like
insane.
that took like a month or so for that. Like now it's like, oh, you went viral yesterday. You got any more videos? Oh, on to the next.
And now, did this
Yeah.
did this happen overnight though? Like you guys had like 10,000 views, and like one day you woke up and had like 10 million?
Yeah,
It
it was like crazy with like on our Facebook specifically, like we started with 7,000 followers, and I think we gained about 200,000, 220,000 followers
I
just in
literally,
that season.
hold on. I distinctly remember the moment. Some random radio station picked it up and wrote like a blurb article about it for their website, and like all their sister stations would pick it up or whatever, and it just really, really said it was a great cover. And I was like, wow, that's really nice. I'm going to share that on our Facebook page. And that took off way faster than anything we've ever seen. And like in like 2 days, we were all on the phone just like, we're going viral. There's no doubt we're going viral. And because it was a Christmas song, we got on the radio without a radio campaign.
Yeah.
And that's what was amazing.
Just happened.
That's how it charted and everything. Because they have such a limited playlist for Christmas every year. They're starving for anything they can possibly get new.
Yep.
And so we were fresh. It was like, oh my God, a new, amazing Christmas rock song. So everybody played it for free. And we were
pretty
just
wild.
like, wow.
That's insane. Wait,
Yeah.
they played it for free, so you don't get royalties on it?
I mean,
not in America.
If anything, we haven't seen a dime from it. If anybody's getting paid for it, it's Dr. Seuss.
well,
Well, and what's
fair.
the guy's
For
name?
radio.
Albert Hogg.
Yeah.
Albert Hogg and Theo Lasig, which is, I think, Dr. Seuss's actual name. So those are the guys that get paid for that stuff, I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah, I guess it is a cover, so
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
But it
Makes
opened
sense.
some doors.
Yeah.
So I guess it was
Open
kind of
some
we
doors.
still
brilliant,
get
but it
paid
was
for
an
like the
accident.
streaming stuff, but like we have all that licensing locked down. So
Well, yeah, I get that part. Yeah.
it's easy to do. It's pretty easy to do these days. So
It's the industry these days, right?
yep.
That's how it goes.
Yep.
And then so this all happens in 2019, and then just locally here in Pennsylvania, the Central Pennsylvania Music Awards come out,
Yep.
and 2020. Let me look at my notes here. Album of the Year of 2021, Best Hard Rock Band of 2021, Best Male Vocalist of 2021 and 2020 for you.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy achievements, and this is right after you're hitting number 2 on iTunes as well.
Yeah, I mean, very close. I mean, very close in proximity to each other time-wise. It was, it's very cool to be acknowledged by the scene that you grew up in. Like,
Yeah.
being from South Central Pennsylvania, and having that community acknowledge your efforts, and it's really nice.
Dude,
it was awesome, and to have been granted that many awards at that time, that was really cool.
Yeah.
It was really cool to
It
have
was,
that
it was
acknowledgement.
cool when the
Yeah.
whole show got announced, because was that the first show ever?
No, I think there was so I know that
it was
there was
early.
some weird stuff with COVID. Like I think that
Oh, yeah.
the 2020 awards happened I don't know how
On your
the structure.
screens.
Brandon would know more about it than
Yeah.
but I know it was either 2020 or 2021 that we did that 3 award
Do you remember
sweep.
that, Mitch? Do you remember when it started? The CPMAs?
I think
in
it was
2019.
2019.
I think it
I
was
think was the
2019.
first.
Yeah.
the first
It
one.
was
one.
because
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I had Brandon on my old show right before the second one, I believe. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That sounds about right. Okay.
Yeah.
Our director's confirming this.
Yeah.
Director's confirming this
Gotcha.
on the camera.
Totally peaking the levels by doing that.
Chris is screaming at me right now from back there.
Engineers.
Yeah.
One other thing I wanted to mention, I know we're kind of running a little bit low on time here, but something you guys have coming out is the Small Town Titans fan club. Can we talk about that a
Yeah.
little bit?
So
Small Town Titans Backstage is what it's
out.
officially
It's
called.
out right
Oh, sorry,
now.
okay.
No, that's okay. I mean, it's a fan club. We're just branding it as Small Town Titans Backstage.
I guess it is,
So-
right? I mean, it's
Yeah,
fan
it is a
club.
fan club.
It's fan club like.
It is a fan club. You pay $5 a month. It's on our Instagram, and essentially we're posting stories and content that's exclusive to that fan club, and it's a great way to support us as a band. And
not just content too. Like they're going to be first at releases.
Yeah.
So like when we drop a new
We
song,
can kind of do whatever we want.
they're going to
just-
get access to
Yeah.
that new single.
Exactly.
Maybe a week or 2 before the general
Right.
public will.
That's really cool.
And we just did a photo shoot today, and we just shot a bunch of behind the
A
scenes
lot of stuff
that
we did
only-
today. We
only
took
they're
people
seeing.
on journeys.
Super cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
we've-
like a lot of the posts are going to be a little bit more personal, a little bit more direct as to what's happening behind the scenes with us, rather than it being all buttoned up like most
Yeah.
posts typically are. It's like you guys can kind of see a little bit more of how this is functioning, how we're getting from point A to point
Giving
B.
you a little
We've
peek
always-
behind the veil, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
we've always
Yeah.
been after that sort of revenue stream again. Like it's not just touring,
Yeah.
And we had Patreon for a little bit. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a lot of work.
But
and then we
yeah.
did. We started to do it in house on our own website, and again, it's a lot of work. And so we've always been paying attention to that sort of access to backstage stuff or behind the scenes stuff, and it just feels like now today with all the platforms out there, like we were talking Instagram, TikTok, everybody knows, right? They've all got these subscription tools, and that's what people are comfortable using. So why don't we try to do stuff with that?
Yeah.
Instead of having you go to our website and create an account and then figure out our what that looks like. Like go to Instagram, you know what that is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
You know?
brilliant.
I mean, 9
honestly.
times out of 10 people
So
are going to your
it-
social before your website these days.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're
This is
just
how it is.
it's ever evolving. You know what I mean? It's going to evolve again. Like something else is going to come out that's going to be even cooler. It's going to be like, hey, we're going to check that out.
Yep.
But ours is direct through our Instagram.
Right now, yep.
For people to follow and sign up and subscribe and become part of the Small Town Titans Backstage.
we basically get to text people. It's great.
Yeah.
Let them vote on stuff.
And that's like sounds beneficial to you as well, where it's just like
We had
let's
them-
let
we
the
had them-
fans decide this. Let's put it in the exclusive.
Absolutely.
You know?
Exactly.
Like last week, we had them pick the Will It Riff product.
Oh, really?
We were like, well, we had like a couple in the chamber or whatever.
That's sick.
But they
It
get
was
to
like
pick the order.
A, B, C, or D. Like,
so.
which one do you want us to post first? And okay, you guys win.
That's awesome.
It
Kind
lets
of
you
like
do
they're
all
like
that, all kinds
mini
of
investors in the band.
I know.
So they get to pick.
whatever. You know, if we're like, hey,
Makes
we
it
can't
fun.
figure out the last song on the set list. What should it be?
Yeah.
We're gonna let the fans vote.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or we want to do X, Y, and Z covers. Which one would you guys want to hear?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like
Whatever we
It's
want.
just a way for our fans to get a step closer and be a little more involved with the process of what we're doing.
While also
And
helping
it's
us out.
exclusive, and it's
You know?
helping us out.
Yeah.
Because I think the next step is just streaming yourself fucking 24/7.
It's already here.
People have done that. I know.
There's live shopping is the next thing. Gary
like-
Vaynerchuk says, because you know what Gary Vaynerchuk
He yells.
you know.
He yells.
Yeah.
He yells like this. He doesn't say.
Yeah.
He yells. Decaf.
Decaf. Decaf, baby.
So I got to ask then, before we go, what's the next for Small Town Titans? What's in the future for you?
We've got a couple of shows coming up
Announcing this
here.
guy.
The fact that he's part of the
I
band
think that's
is
going to change a lot of shit.
Yep.
It's official.
It is an
time
official
this-
thing.
By the time that it comes out, it is official.
That Mitchell is in the band. Yep.
Happy
Yep.
to be here, Phil.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
Happy to have you. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Love that.
Yeah.
So we got that. We're gonna be releasing new music this year. We got a new song that we're gonna finish up here.
We've been
soon.
writing music for a really long time.
We have.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the goal is that we want to try to drop at least an EP by the end of the year. But we're gonna start with a single. We got some shows that we're doing kind of randomly throughout the country.
Weekends, fly dates.
Weekends, lots of fly dates.
Yes.
Transitioning between agents and stuff, and that was cool too.
We have some of that going on.
Because we thought, oh no, what are we gonna do while we're in the middle of that? No one's gonna book us. Not true.
No.
Not true.
Yeah.
No.
Real quick, we found out. Oh God. okay.
It's still
We
coming
got
in.
more.
A lot of offers.
Yeah, there's a lot of offers. We realize that offers come in on a regular basis. It's just that we never saw it because there was a go-between. But now we're in a situation. We were in a situation where we're in a transition period right now. So yeah,
And it's good
interesting.
transitions too.
It is.
It's all
all good
onward
things.
and upward for
That's
sure.
showbiz,
Yeah.
baby.
It is. Like he
Honestly-
said, it's ever evolving. You know?
We
Yeah.
feel pretty good because even like at the highest of high levels right now, like we've all got social media. You guys are following bands, and they're like, we can't tour Europe. Big names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't do this. We can't afford that.
Yep.
Bands that
Pretty
are on
wild.
major labels are like, God, we can't even get from paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to go do Europe next month. Like it's getting rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So for us to
The
be able
content
to
game has skyrocketed. You know.
absolutely, but
Yep.
so for us to be able to keep finding ways to, different sources of revenue is so crucial.
Yeah.
And I'm
It's
glad
interesting
that
being in a band in 2026, man.
it
Yeah.
sure is.
Not like it was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Even 15
Right.
years ago. You know,
5.
5 years ago.
One.
I mean, but it was completely flipped. It was 180. I mean, you had to tour into the ground. You had to get a record out. You had to get radio behind you. You had to tour and tour and tour and
submerged.
tour until it broke.
It's kind
and it's
of
not that.
Yeah.
It's not like that now.
It's
The
kind of
industry's
like
not that way as much.
It's like when parents it's like you need to go get a college degree, and now probably
Yeah.
parents are saying don't get a college degree, go
Go get
be
experience
an
doing
electrician.
something.
Yeah, go learn a
Get
trade.
something where you so
Yeah.
that you're not
You're
in
not
like,
gonna replace
student
that with
loan
a-
debt. There's
I don't
it's so
think.
wild how
At
things
least not
change.
yet.
People are so solid on one model, and then it changes completely.
Yep.
Way faster than people are able to implement it. So you just got to stay on top of it.
Yeah. Don't get yourself into $80,000 worth of debt touring.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, dude, I think some bands literally go broke obviously they go broke on the road, but like if they just stay on the road, it's like enough to kind of keep it going. But if they stop, they're broke, the band breaks up, they all got to get regular jobs.
Yeah.
But it's almost like, all right, well, if we just keep kind of riding this tiny little wave, it might get bigger.
Yeah.
And sometimes it does. And then these bands, like, that's when they can stop.
and
touring.
one band
It's like 200
out of
shows
like
a year for 6 years.
100,000 get that it works.
Yeah.
And it's just because you
Yeah.
have the
It
opportunity
becomes-
to tour,
yeah.
because something breaks, because you have a song on radio, whatever, that just means you have more work to do. It doesn't mean that you've actually made it. It just means that you have a shitload more work to focus on now and maintain.
Yeah.
Now the
That's all
work
it means.
begins.
It's definitely not the first time I've mentioned it on the podcast, and I tell people all the time, it's like, you got to understand, like, how many bands you listen to, like, this is not their full-time job. Like, they are working a full-time job on top of putting this music out. Like, it's like, they're going and they're touring the country, and
It's crazy.
But they had to ask for 3 weeks off from their boss, and that boss could have said no, and
I mean,
in jeopardy
we're
for their
proud
job,
to
and they
say
can't play
that
music anymore, you know?
this is our full-time job.
I'm
but-
not saying you guys are in that situation, but,
But
like,
it's
you
but
know.
it's
let's
a
put it
hustle,
this
dude.
way.
It's a hustle.
It is.
Like all this shit we're talking about, we got to stay on it, and that's how it works.
We have our fingers in a lot of pies. Like a lot of guys who are in rock bands aren't just doing the touring and what was that?
I just
No,
said
then
that
he's just
sounds
laughing at
sketchy.
pies like
That
a
just sounds
14-year-old.
sketchy and dirty.
What? Oh,
He's thinking of American Pie, the movie.
Yeah,
I
so you
was
said
just
that.
talking
I'm
about
like,
that.
right.
Classic.
Right.
It's a great movie.
But like we do a lot of things, like not just because of like interest in other avenues of the arts and entertainment industry, but like it's super hard to maintain a rock band in a business, especially when, you know, like even when you're doing it on your own, like there's still a lot to manage. And for somebody who's, you know, signed to a record label and has so much money, like, you know, tied to that record label that's been, you know, that they're in debt to, that's a scary prospect, and they have to get other forms of revenue.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's crazy.
This isn't like Motley Crue in the 80s anymore when the band's just out doing drugs and groupies. Like, big bands anymore are running a business. Like, it's literally a business.
Some of the
Yeah,
biggest
that's
bands that are
exactly
out there now who are independent and want to stay independent. Like, they're literally running their own show. I think Shinedown's like that, isn't that right? At least? Are they doing their own
could
thing
be.
now?
I don't. I mean, you're
Or they
you're
were?
probably gonna see more and more of it, especially
Yeah.
bands that have established giant
Sure.
fan bases. They don't need the major label anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
But
They can do their own thing.
yeah, with the technology they have now, it's
Exactly.
the world we're in.
well, then
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
AI.
So
Yeah,
Oh,
that's it.
yeah.
AI's just gonna
So,
sign. AI's gonna
yeah.
get signed. And
That's
just-
a-
They're
that's
never
a
gonna
whole
get any
different
older.
It's already signed.
They're never gonna get
Yeah.
any older, and they're not gonna screw up a song.
They don't need to eat.
Yeah.
They don't need to eat.
Like, AI doesn't need to
They
eat.
don't need to eat.
There's no human mistakes.
There's no tour bus to break down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I guess there is, because some of these AI artists are going on tour, and it's screens and it's
Oh my
it's
God.
weird shit like
Ew,
that.
what world are we living
But
in?
it's just wacky, man. It's just a weird.
Yeah.
I think people are gonna actually crave like the human era.
Yeah.
Eventually, I think they're gonna be like, I want to hear a band fuck up a little bit,
Yeah.
and I want to see them recover and have that be okay.
And I think it's gonna lead to a resurgence in live entertainment.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
When
what
the
will-
economy bounces back and you can't see AI live, at least not yet,
Yeah.
you're gonna want to go see human beings put some emotion on stage and
Even
feel
when
that
you
too.
can go see it live, I still think people are gonna be like, I just want to see human beings do this.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
get a human
Like, I just-
experience.
They're actually interacting with me,
I mean, there's some people out there, not like no shade at all, but like EDM music.
Sure.
There's some people out there who are just like, yeah, like it just doesn't do it for me. I want to see a band play, not a guy up there with like a bunch of knobs. Like no shade to them at all. I don't personally feel that way, but I mean, people are gonna have those feelings towards AI, you know,
Yeah.
similarly.
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's an ever-changing world we live in.
Some 16-year-old would tell us all to go fuck off.
exactly.
Like, I just
Yeah.
made an entire album in my basement
Yeah.
in an hour, and it's awesome. And you're all a bunch of old idiots.
And he's laughing
but
his
we
way to
could
the
sit
bank.
there. Yeah, I know, that's the thing. But we could sit there and go, did you really make a record? And
Right.
Yeah.
Can you play anything?
It's like, hey, have you ever
Awesome,
touched
dude.
one
I
of
really
these
like that
things?
single that I heard that you put out. Let me hear you play it.
Yeah.
Can you play the chord
Yeah.
on the keyboard?
What's an E minor?
The what?
What is
What's-
it? Come on.
Just the chord.
Can you sing the
any
melody?
of them.
Yeah.
Can you
Any
do
of them.
It's like, hey, can you pull out an acoustic guitar and just pull a girl? No, you can't do that. Sorry, buddy.
If you can strum the first two measures of your song without fucking up.
Hey, hit the first note of Welcome to the Black Parade. All right, you can't get out of here.
That was a dig at
That's
me.
pretty phenomenal, isn't it?
That was a dig at me because I played keys for like a couple Dead shows, and I fucked up Black Parade. So and he knows.
I mean,
I love you. I had to.
there's content all over the internet of hearing just that one note.
Yeah.
And it being wrong.
People are like, and it's amazing, but you do hear that one note, you're like, oh my fuck, that song is known.
Everyone
for
knows
one
that
note.
that G.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
And this guy sings it.
Tone.
He knows what. He can pull any
Man,
note out.
this
He's
coffee
nuts.
is really strong, man.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to hold you guys up too much. We've been here a while. Is there anything I didn't cover? Anything you guys wanted to shout out before we wrap this up here? Or
Thank you, CPMA, CPM Hoff.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
We did good.
awesome. Well,
Yep.
thank you guys
Thank
so
you.
much for your time. Like I
Appreciate it.
This was a blast.
Good to
Yeah,
be
man.
back.
Dude, likewise.
Good to be back.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
We'll have you back here in the near future.
Okay.
So-
Sounds
Phenomenal.
good, man.
all right,
Sounds
guys.
good, brother.
Thank you everyone for checking out this episode, and we'll see you next time.